What's going on, Hobby Lobby? I just hope that everybody is doing well. I got a video today that I want to actually, watch and see where it goes. It's from Jubilee. I've been doing a couple videos from Jubilee lately, and this is the YouTube channel that really focuses heavily on kind of like division, especially like in America. But apparently they're branching out and doing more in different countries or whatever the case may be. But they do a lot of subjects about like feminism, and they do a lot of subjects about race. And race is a hot topic in America. It's no secret that that is one of the forefront topics that everybody discusses, especially around election time and things of that sort. So they did this one video that I want to get into, and it's about six black men versus one secret white guy. And I haven't watched this video yet, but I wanted to actually watch it with you. It's only 19 minutes and 42 seconds. So we're going to actually see, how long it takes me to get through this. And I'll give y'all my feedback, while we're watching it. So, with that being said, if you're new to the channel, you're watching this for the first time, if you want to subscribe and go follow me wherever you can find the podcast, if you want to join the memberships of my YouTube channel, the Hobby Lobby, then you can get access to all of my extra content when it comes to politics, religion, and culture. So definitely consider becoming a member. Now, with that out of the way, let's jump into this video and see what we got.
I'm black. I'm black.
I'm black.
I'm black.
I'm black.
I'm black.
I'm white.
One of them is white.
Okay, for sure. Now, one quick question I gotta ask: are there any other like Africans or anybody with like any like Afrocentric ethnicities?
My dad has Nigerian in him.
What tribe? Do you know what tribe?
Actually, I don't, but my mom's Ashkenazi Russian Jew, and then my dad's literally like a mutt. He got Nigerian all the way from Asian to, he's literally mixed with everything.
Okay, for sure. Anyone else?
So I guess they're supposed to ask questions and just kind of try to fill each other out to see. They're gonna have to vote, I guess, on try to see who's the white guy.
Nope, just black.
Yeah, I got nicknames.
Well, Rosebud is actually my street name. My real name's Riley.
My name is.
It's weird that this actual episode is leaning heavily into racial tropes. It's saying that you can guess who's black based on not seeing them, which I think that a person's character has nothing to do with race or their skin color. But this show is presupposing that you're going to be able to tell who is black based on the information they tell you. Or it could be the other way around, to where they're saying you cannot tell who's black just based on the information that you see. If you're looking at them on paper, you won't be able to tell. Well, let's see which way it goes.
Fitzgerald. That's like the full first name, but then Fitz is like the nickname people call me by.
They do Fitzy.
Yeah, sometimes they do Fitzy. Sometimes they be do.
I think my strategy was to kind of just be black.
I'm not gonna lie, when you said
My strategy is just be black. What does that mean? Like, exactly, what does it really mean to just be black? That doesn't mean anything. To be black is different for every black person.
Fitz, I thought it was because you had tough fits on, you know what I mean?
That too.
You can't even see him. What you talking about, bro?
That too. I mean, if you could see, you'd probably be able to tell that I got a tough fit on you.
That wasn't even funny. Can we all say what we wearing and everything? I got a skeleton, all red, varsity jacket, cargo pants on the side. What's up?
We matching right now. I'm not wearing the skeleton fit, but I got like red.
You got Air Forces on?
I got Air Forces on.
No, you crazy.
I wish I could dap you up right now. But
Wait, what?
Air Forces is a very popular shoe amongst certain black communities, especially the urban areas. So I guess that is one of those. It's a stereotype. It's like, okay, well, black people like these types of things, and we're going to be able to try to tell who's black based if you fit within this criteria or this mold.
What type forces y'all got on?
So I got the Air Force Ones with like the little black stripe on it.
okay, yeah, half black, half white.
Right.
Oh, I see where you're going with that. You said half black, half white.
Half black, half white. You feel me?
No cap. I used to wear some Pumas that were half black and half white because of that my whole life.
My strategy for today was to figure out who's safe rather than figure out who's the mole right off the bat. Who's one of the brothers? You feel me?
Who here?
Who's one of the brothers? You feel me? Like, think about that. Like, who's one of the brothers? I mean, we're all human. We all bleed the same color. I call a lot of people brother. I call white people, Hispanic people. It don't matter what your color, Asian. It don't matter where you're from, your ethnicity. I say brother because I try to use that word in a way to let everybody know that I see you as somebody who could potentially be my brother because we have the same goals in mind or we think the same about certain situations. Like that's to me is more of an endearment word to somebody who's like-minded. You know, I think that that's the best way to use the word brother, and that's just my opinion. It's more inclusive.
Here knows what the smell of a hot comb on a head.
It stink. It stink real bad.
What are some prominent songs that you're gonna hear at a family reunion?
Oh, they played a lot of blues. Marvin Seed, Bobby Blue Bland. Then when they got drunker, it was Tupac. And
Oh, the white dude is like, you know, he said a lot of black artists, right? A lot of black artists, but black people listen to white artists too. Like I listen to white artists. I do a lot of reaction videos concerning white artists. Like, you know, okay, and there are a lot of families who don't like hip hop at all, or you know, blues and things of that sort. But I guess the white guy is probably banking on the fact that these guys are coming off as if they're looking for that stereotypical black guy, and that's the actual trope that he's gonna play into.
Oh, look at that shit, God.
Yeah. His vocal inflections, like it kind of made me think of, you know, Straight Outta Compton, the movie. Maybe it felt too black, you know, for a second.
Too black. He's too black. Now, the funny thing about this is the guy's actually white. So, in a way, this white guy, just without being able to see him, could be more black than the guys that are here.
Yeah, I grew up on classic rock from my mom's side, and then I grew up on Motown from my dad's side. So anytime, you know, summer vacation in the backyard with my nana, she'd be playing all Motown. My pop-up and nana be dancing, slow dancing to it, you know, telling them, sit your ass down. You know?
Now they got to vote. Contestants will now vote for who they think is white. It's a crazy world, but hey, I'm trying to be lighthearted when watching this actual video. I'm trying not to take everything too seriously, but I just want to kind of like point out different things here and there that are like weird or, you know, racist or, you know, well, that's a good point. We'll see.
Everyone has one person that's suspicious of them.
So we know where, basically.
Yeah, we made it.
All right. So I'm gonna start off with a theme song.
Nobody
Finish
got
it.
voted out, I guess.
We're brothers.
We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Bro, that's crazy. At least they're having a good time, right? But like, oh man, that's funny.
Me growing up half black, half white, there's certain songs that they sang that I honestly didn't know word by word what to say.
In the movie ATL, Rashad was running his daddy's house since what age?
Nobody knows that. So
It's a famous line, y'all. You gotta know that.
I ain't gonna cap. I ain't even know the answer to that one. Shit.
Maybe he's the white guy. The guy who's asking the question. None of them know that. None of them know that at all. That's hilarious.
Complete this song. That boy got
Stretch pants.
Boy got
Stretch pants.
What is that?
I have no idea what that is. Never heard that in my entire life. That's weird. See, this is also going to reveal something that not like it's revealing exactly what we all know from the start. Black people come in different molds. The only thing they share is their skin color. That's the only thing they share. And most black people are different shades.
I got one.
Anybody know what it is when you say you put your foot in something?
To cook it real good.
Me and your mama whipping it up.
Anybody should know that.
That was
I mean, if you watch enough black media, that's what they call it, black media, because it's actually racism. But you're going to hear a lot of these things. And you can be any race and watch these TV shows, and you're going to get a lot of the pop culture of black people. But what they really mean when they say, are you black? They're really talking about an urban type style of black person, you know.
listening so intently on voices, because you ever been on the phone with like telemarketer, you can tell it's a black person on the other side, so you throw out little hints, you know, while you're talking, and like, oh yeah.
All right, now look, you cannot really tell if somebody's black or white or whatever based on their voice, but sometimes you can, and you'll get it right. Voice is one of those things that might be kind of associated with a person's race, but not necessarily, because African people sound totally different than African American people. And if you from up north in America versus down south in America, you're going to sound different. I've met black guys in the South who sound like white guys in the South. And there are black people who have British accents who sound like white British people. You could say that 6 times out of 10 you might get it right, but you won't always be able to get that right.
We cool. I was trying to catch that.
Call and response. Won't he do it?
Yes, he will.
Who said that?
Brevin.
Jay.
I'm suspicious of everybody else over here.
Now, all black people don't go to church now.
But
now the white guy ain't talking a lot at all so far. I mean, he said like maybe 1 or 2 things earlier, but he kind of keeping quiet.
Notice.
This is true. What flavor of Kool-Aid was y'all favorite growing up?
Red.
Red.
I like grape.
You mean purple?
Ty, you mean purple? No, in my household, Kool-Aid was considered to be grape. Like, I want the grape, I want the strawberry. We didn't use colors. We used the actual name. Funny, right?
Yeah, that's kind of suspicious.
That's low sus right there. You say great.
Because where I'm from, we go by colors. We don't go by that. What you just said.
See, where I'm from. Where you're from has more to do with your experience and how you see the world than what your skin color is in America today. Maybe if you rewind 40, 50 years ago, black people had much more in common than they have today. And this is breaking down a lot of stereotypes or breaking down a lot of barriers, which in a way, I was a little hesitant about watching this because I thought it was going to be very, very harsh on like what it means to be black. But maybe they were going for a different outcome with this, and they're probably achieving it.
Wait, hold up. Why is that crazy? Because grape and purple are exactly the same thing.
I mean, we used to call Welch's grape soda.
I don't know. It's just where I'm from. We go by colors. We go by colors.
Grape Kool-Aid, not purple. Red flag.
You're trying to come at me about the grape, but honestly, that I grew up with a bunch of friends, and we all called it that in Harlem.
How you make your Kool-Aid?
You pour the sugar to the ancestors, say stop.
Yo, no lie, bro. Bro, the Kool-Aid I grew up drinking, bro, they put a lot of sugar in that Kool-Aid, man. A lot of sugar. And I would say it's definitely not healthy the way a lot of black people be making their Kool-Aid. I'm just going to say it, at least from where I'm from. And apparently Kool-Aid is a common thing, but there are people who are not black who drink Kool-Aid.
In the summers, it was either if you outside or inside, you had to pick, right? Like,
yeah, it wasn't no running in and
running
out.
up and inside your house, you know. So y'all feel that? Or?
Yeah. Don't let that good air out.
When it comes to black women from the 90s, who do you think of off the rip?
Nia Long.
I'm gonna say Halle Berry.
Damn.
I'm gonna say she was a rapper.
See,
Wow,
Queen Latifah.
what's her name? Rhapsody.
Jada Pinkett. Or the sister from.
Wait, you can't take 2, dog.
You take it forever.
Goodness, somebody gotta help me out with this. Shotty from like Black Panther, who was the queen. You feel me?
Yeah, I know her name, but you gotta know
Angela
her name.
Bassett.
There you
Angela
go.
Bassett.
All
There we
right.
go. There we go.
I think a Whitley from a different world. I can't remember her name. Old girl from a different world.
I guess they all assuming each other's age because one of these guys could not have grown up in the 90s. One of these guys could have grew up in the 2000s. So that doesn't really get you any closer, right? I mean, you could also say, well, these are common staples that any like common celebrities that many people would know. But I doubt it.
Growing up watching my sisters, Raven Simone, Tyra Banks from that runway show. Is that 90s?
Tyra's from the 90s.
I was sitting back watching them being like, sheesh.
All right, vote somebody out now. Let's see if somebody's gonna get voted out. I don't know exactly how this whole thing is working. Oh, they're holding up the number of whoever's in order to tell them which one they think should be voted out.
Appreciate y'all.
My homeboy I was matching with is gone now, bro. What?
When it comes to being black men, microaggressions, let's talk about it.
Oh my goodness. All right. Time to strap in.
But PWI, man, I be chilling in the corner. There's only 5% of us, but some
Predominantly white institutions of higher learning is in which whites account for 50% or greater of the students' enrollment. That's what a PWI stands for, if you didn't know. We have a word for that or an acronym for that. The more you know.
How they find a way to take a picture of you for the dang
diversity.
for the diversity, right? I'm like, they
Bruh.
only 5%. I gotta give them credit though, because like finding us is gonna be a little bit tough, but like they found a way regardless.
I ain't even gonna lie, Loke. I'm real lost. We from the streets. I ain't even get that far, like college and shit like that.
Hey, we all got a different journey.
This dude right here, it's like every time he talk, it's kind of like he being racist, but like he's the mole, so it's funny because he playing the role of like your average black guy you would see, like the black guy in a movie that's supposed to be like still with the streets, like. I don't know what y'all talking about. You know, I'm from the streets. I ain't never even went to college. You feel me?
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's like the low key racist thing.
Yeah.
Like, not like
You're so well spoken. Wow. Why wouldn't I be? I'm a grown
for a
man.
black guy, you're so well spoken.
Yeah.
You peep game, you walk down the street, right? And a white folks see you.
I've never had anybody tell me for a black guy I'm well spoken or you're so well spoken. I've never had that experience. I'm pretty sure some people have, but I think more people say they had that experience that actually had that experience. Because common sense would tell you, you probably wouldn't tell anybody that, oh, you're so well spoken, unless you're talking to somebody that's young, very young, and they're very good at speaking English. If you come from an area where they don't speak English that well, but I don't. Who are these people who are walking up to black people saying, "Oh, you're so well spoken"? Who are these people?
First thing they do when they see you or acknowledge you, they fold their lips, like, and nod their head down.
They can't
make
see you,
that
bro.
weird
Or they
face,
give you
know what I
hella
mean?
space on the sidewalk or even step in the street.
Or clutch their
Clutch
bag.
the purse.
Microaggression.
I never have these experiences. It must be the way I carry myself. It must be how I dress. It must be how I walk. But I've never walked down the street and had white people like avoid me or like walk in the street to get away from me or clutch their purse real tight. Maybe I just don't carry myself that way. But where do these guys live? Are they still having those problems to this day? I would say that white people are nicer than they should be in many cases that I come across. And look, I still go to the hood. I got family members that are hood, and we go places together, and we still don't experience that. That's just, like I said, it might be where you're from more than your skin color that actually makes the difference. But I'm not going to deny that there are probably black people who experience that. But I also know that a lot of black people are trained to see things that are really not there.
Clutch the bag. Or
Take the next elevator.
Yes.
Mhm.
All of that. All of that.
hella room in the elevator, too.
Stare at you like you ain't supposed to be here. What was one of y'all favorite movies growing up? You feel me? Like Loving Basketball, Don't Be a Menace. I mean, what did y'all watch?
I like New Jack City. Like,
That was all right. You from New York,
yeah,
bro.
dude. So you already know. Like, I am a
Bro, this white dude killing it. A white dude probably from the hood for real. White dude is killing it.
brother's keeper, and that's some real shit. So
I'll tell you what, man. I watched the first Power Ranger movie like twice a day for like the first
I used to
4
love
years
that
after
Power
it came
Ranger
out,
movie.
man.
Power Rangers.
The first Power Ranger movie, at least the one I remember, it was the bomb, y'all. If y'all ain't see the first Power Ranger movie, y'all gotta go check that thing out. Even to this day, I think you'll probably enjoy it. And they're not sponsoring me or anything. So, I mean, they can't sponsor me at this point, but if y'all listening, shout out.
Yeah.
Power Rangers. What season? What season?
Oh, Mighty Morphin. dog.
Mighty Morphin. Facts.
Hard is hard. It is.
I watch anime too. I'm not
Oh
gonna
wait,
lie.
you watch anime?
I do.
What you
do.
like? What you like?
Dragon
Dragon
Ball
Ball
Z.
Z for
A lot
sure.
of people like anime. Women like anime from different races, genders, all of that, from men, women. It don't matter. Like a lot of people like anime. Anime has become very, very popular. But when I was growing up, it was Dragon Ball Z. Like that's what we went home to watch. Dragon Ball Z set it off.
Y'all Naruto. Come on, like
Don't laugh at me, but I love the Disney Channel originals. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, that was good.
Hey,
let it shine.
let's watch the Disney Channel. Boy,
Y'all know about that Static Shock though. Come on.
I was literally just about to say.
You know what I'm saying? Superhero.
I used to watch Static Shock. Maybe y'all learned more about me in this episode than y'all learned about me in any other episode. Maybe they bringing it out of me.
Bro,
Static Shock.
I met his voice actor, bro. He was
You did?
Film, I do this cold dope, bro.
Wait, he voices every single black, everything.
And Samurai Jack.
He's
Man's
black,
got
yeah.
range, bro. He's
Yeah.
got range.
All right, I got a question because I feel like we just gonna be like
We gonna be vibing, man.
too much. Yeah, right.
I got y'all after this. Even if you white, we gotta tap in for real.
Hey, you have to.
White boy over there like, this is easy, man. This is easy, man.
Yeah, you be like.
But okay, so
Why does that bother you?
you didn't have to point that out, bro. Okay, so in regard to dating and whatnot, my first girlfriend, she ended up being a Russian girl, and my dad was he always used to throw hints like, "Hey, man, you know, she's nice and all that stuff." And like he would never say it, but I knew like the upbringing he dealt with a lot of racism stuff, so he kind of had like the hesitance for like those type of relationships. Did your parents or family members like say, "Hey, like"?
I mean, my mother was from Shreveport, so she used to be on that. And she was older when she had me. She was already like in her late 50s, so
Okay.
she wasn't playing with none of that really.
I don't think my parents ever they just want me to love who I love, but at the same time, I think there's always that underlying, like, we would love for it to be a black woman, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was actually the same for me. They never said don't bring a white girl home or anything like that, but I definitely know how it would make them feel if I was to bring home a sister for sure. Like, oh shoot, like you're with somebody who understands you.
Right.
This is racism. Just because you got a certain skin color doesn't mean that person understands you. For example, if me and these guys had a conversation, we would probably disagree about 50-60% of things. So far, based on what I've just heard from these guys, we would probably disagree about a very, very, very large percentage of things. But yet, we share the same skin color. It's like Black people have put a lot of stock into this whole, you understand me because you share my skin color. When in reality, I guarantee you, this show right here is teaching you that it's not a lot that you can really translate over to every Black person. It's because everybody has a different experience.
Right.
Who can understand what you go through in life as a Black man on the day-to-day basis, from the
How can a Black woman understand what a Black man goes through? Just like how can a woman understand what a man goes through? And how can a man understand what a woman goes through? It's just they're different realities. You can't. Black women don't have the same struggles as Black men. Black men don't have the same struggles as Black women. And white men don't have the same struggle as white women. Like, and even within these groups, Black men have different struggles to other Black men. But y'all know this already.
To the ridiculous racism in your face.
My people were cool, whatever. Like, I'm cool, whatever, too. But, like, I appreciate a sister, like, because she understands me and I don't have to explain myself.
He must have ain't date too many sisters, huh?
We have a tie between Rob and Brevin.
Y'all hit that sigh of relief.
Okay, I'm Brevin. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. Like I said, I didn't have a traditional upbringing as far as dating a lot of different people because I'm a queer Black man, but it took me a long time to get there. But as far as home life, I had 2 parents, 2 older brothers, a little sister, super close. Yeah, this is hard.
I'm
Black, y'all. I'm Black.
My name Robert. I go by Rob. I'm from South Central LA. We bounced all around. It was just me and my mother, 3 sisters and 2 brothers. I've been in and out the streets, not too much school, and that's pretty much it.
They finna get the
when
white
it came
boy out.
to Brevin, it seemed like he was privileged, and I relate more to struggle. Hearing some of the things he was saying, it kind of made me think and second guess.
In my brain, I was like, this is probably just one of those cases where he could be white and he's just a product of his environment.
Brevin, you can't vote.
I'm really curious who gonna get out on this one. Like, they finally chose the white guy, so this is interesting.
Appreciate the try, bro.
It looks like we are tied again.
Wow, what?
I voted Rob just because I think I heard everyone else speak a little bit more.
I also voted Rob. First of all, I'm just gonna say that the environment he grew up in, you know what I'm saying? I think that that's just a case where he could relate to a lot of Black people's struggles. You feel me? But he might not be Black in and of himself.
I voted for Brevin to get out. Not because Brevin necessarily said anything bad, but it was more so because of when Rob was talking. I felt like I was listening to one of my cousins talk. And he definitely sounds like he's from South Central for sure. Not a whole lot of white people down there. So I'm gonna say he stays.
Rob Black. That's it.
Yeah.
They think the white guy is black. They think the white guy is black. Can you? Oh my God! Like this is perfect. This is perfect. I am enjoying this. I am enjoying this because this is an improvement, something that I've been talking about for years now, and it's like it's coming to fruition now. If it had worked the other way around, would I be celebrating? No, but I would be really concerned about where we are in this country, to where the stereotypes that you see on television or what the politicians tell you are somehow becoming an obstacle in which, instead of us overcoming, we are choosing to hold on to. So I'm really seeing that maybe there's some hope here to show you that you just cannot tell what a person is like due to their skin color.
I know that's a fact. Rob Black, he sound like people from around my way. So he, no offense to you, Brendan, but you gotta kick rocks.
I hear it in Brevin's voice too, though. Like, that's the thing.
I hear it in both.
I hear it
yeah.
for sure.
But Rob, like, I feel like I could say certain things to Rob and he pick up on it quick. If I say certain things to the other, it's like, is you gonna really relate or?
Yeah. You know, I
no
think
disrespect.
that
But
that's hit a lick.
Contestants will now vote for who they think is white. Guess they're gonna take another vote. All right, Brevin, you out.
Yeah, Rob sound like he know good catfish.
I'm not sure why I got voted out. I feel that a lot of times I've felt that I'm too white for the black people and too black for the white people.
Why you should feel that way? Why would you feel that you're too black for white people and too white for black people? You can't feel your race. You can't feel a color. It's like you are who you are. You're a unique individual. And like, shame on people for excluding somebody because they don't fit a certain stereotype in order to belong to their group. Shame on you. But it's okay. It's all good.
I think the mole is still in the box and you want to continue playing the game. Raise your hand.
No, stop. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Why is he
What are
voting?
you doing? What are you doing?
I knew I wasn't gonna get eliminated.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just came in like I was gonna win. Really, I already said I was gonna win. So.
That's a question. All right, so let's make things a little bit spicy.
White dude say
What's
I'm
like
black.
one critique and or what's one thing that you think like black people could be like doing better, or like a hot take about like black people and our community and stuff like that.
Since the beginning
That's
of
where y'all should have started at, right? This would have been able to like really confirm, because I think that when you start asking black people like what are some things that they can improve on, most black people are probably going to say some generic like, oh, black people, we could do better when it comes to recognizing racism, or we can do better uniting and coming together. Like, but how many times when you hear a black person say, black people need to take education more seriously. They need to stop making excuses for themselves. They need to pull their pants up. They're not going to make those kind of critiques. And I'm not saying that all of those critiques apply to all black people, but I'm just saying that I very rarely see that happening, except if you're going to talk to somebody who's a conservative who might be black.
The U.S., with the obvious mistreatment of black people, a lot of information pertaining to being able to further us as a people has been withheld from us.
There it is. That's the
And
black
more so
person's
recently,
answer.
information has been normalized to be pushed out, and this generation is really doing a lot to make sure that we are as gamed up as possible with all the tax information, with all that stuff, so we can no longer have those continuing circumstances of not having the information to be able to financially evolve as people. And I think that's dope. But I also think that people need to really be on their P's and Q's with that stuff, because the more we sit around and don't acquire this information, the more our situation continues to remain the same financially. Even though we spend some of the most money in the U.S., it never stays within the black community.
The game banging.
Yeah.
That gotta stop.
Elaborate on that.
Well, it's no point in game banging no more. I mean, if you think about it, you game banging, and then it got so bad where you know everybody that run black in prison is together, even if you from the enemy side, the op side, or anything. So if you go to prison, so if I supposed to gangbang, shoot somebody, and if I get caught and I got to go to prison and get along with the people who I just slid on, it don't make no sense, and there's no money involved.
I feel that.
So that's the first thing. Gotta go. Don't be so.
This white boy killing it, bro. This white boy killing it. I hope y'all laughing with me, man. I hope y'all laughing with me. And by the way, man, if y'all want to leave a brother a tip, y'all can always donate at the bottom of the screen, man. Tip your boy for, my time, effort, and energy. I appreciate you. Take the time to show your support.
So quick to buy Gucci, Prada, Louis. Like, I mean, I'm not one to speak myself. I got Ricks and Subi on, but at the same time, like, if one of the homies has a brand, you should be going to go buy that,
I feel
Not
like
not if it's
critique
trash.
is just my little brother is he's at a HBCU, a small one in Oklahoma, and nothing against like the school or anything of people who's around, but I feel like the ideas and like the mindsets that he's been around from his early childhood and whatnot, because
He's gonna get
have
voted
been
out.
just like not open-minded to new possibilities. Opportunities are out there. We just got open-minded to it and try to figure out what works for us.
He's finna get
This
voted
might be
out.
on the fault of like the media, but I think sometimes we over sensationalize like our pain. And I think that there's so much more to like the Black community, whether it's joy or like having a good laugh or something. Like there's just so much more to us than like, the pain that we go through. And I think that needs to be, shown more in like our movies, our TV shows.
Yeah, they want to remind you constantly over and over that you're a victim and you've been victimized and you come from victims, and like it's a constant reminder of how you can't get nowhere and somebody got their foot on your neck, and like it's just you see it everywhere you look, and it's just like so depressing. It's just like that's why I cut ties with her. I don't pay attention to none of that stuff because all it does is capitalize off of oppression.
So it's just like the way we talk about things. Like I think that there's just so much more to the Black community than that.
I want to see Black people doing goofy stuff on screen, not just being slaves,
Right. Come on now, talk about it.
Or criminals, or they're gangsters.
That's not even like a thing for America, but like you go to China, you go to like some of these other places, like that's all they see of us. You feel me?
Yeah.
Word. I'm gonna be real. I think we're all good, bro.
Dude, I'll be real. I think we all good. I love this. Man, I'm having a great time watching this. It's almost over, y'all, but like I just wanted to see what would happen if I just didn't watch this and I watched it with y'all and see how it just naturally progressed. And I wanted to get my thoughts on it. So we'll see how it goes.
Sorry, Gabriel. No, I'm saying it happens.
Come on, over here. If you think the mole is still in the box and you'd like to continue the game, raise your hand. All right. So that's unanimous. We're going to end the game right then and there, okay? If the lights turn green, that means you voted the mole out and you all win. If the lights turn red, that means the mole is still in the box and you all lose.
The thought popped in my head of, what if you had it wrong the whole time?
It's funny how at the bottom of his name it say Matt and then it say Black man under it, as if like that's his title, that's his job or his profession or something like that.
The guy right next to you is the one.
3, 2, 1. It is red. That means the mole is still here. You guys can lift your blindfolds in 3, 2, 1.
What? This is hold on.
Got y'all. He got y'all. Proven wrong, bro. Look, this is just a small experiment. It's not something that you can say it's empirical data or anything of that sort, but it's a good thing to have. I appreciate Jubilee for doing this. At first, I was a little skeptical, but I appreciate them trying to show that everything ain't what you think it is, and you can't just live your life prejudging people based on their stories or based on their skin color, that you know exactly who they are and what they belong to, where they belong to.
That's Rob. That's Rob. That's Rob. I'm Brevin. Brevin? Yo, what's up, Brevin? What's up, y'all?
Big ups to you, yo. Big ups to you. Hey, yo. Of course, there's been like a couple white boys who cool, but like not like Rob. Like that was different.
My name is Robert.
I grew up with white boys, just like Rob, or that how Rob described. I grew up with white gangsters. There are white gangsters. There are plenty of them. I had a lot of white guys in my projects that lived there. I had a lot of Mexican guys in my projects that lived there. It's like, it just depends on where you're from. It like, you know, and I'm from the South, and the projects was made up of different colors.
But they called me Milk. I'm from South Central. I got adopted at 7 days old as a baby, like out the hospital to a black mother. So I was raised with her ever since 7 days old.
That's crazy.
My whole family was black. I didn't even know I never met the other people until I was like,
that's dope.
Grown. My upbringing was a little strange. I was the only white kid at every party, every birthday. But that never really like bothered me, I guess.
Respect. You see what I'm saying? It never bothers you. Like, it never bothers me. It don't bother everybody. People who let it bother them, they creating a boogeyman because they need to, or they never let it bother them, and then somebody came along and told them that they should be bothered. Kids don't know no different.
Hard for you to fit in with white people?
Oh, it was. It's getting a little better.
What about for black people then? Is it easier or was it more difficult to get along?
Nah. I mean, that's all I was around my whole life. Right. Jail, county jail, juvenile hall, every party. Everything.
And your whole family, like they just all accept you. Because I got sides of my white family that like they wouldn't even hold me as a baby because I had a black dad.
Hell nah. I had a good family.
Since my mom married a black man, they sat shivets for her, which basically in the Jewish community means that you're dead to me. And it's almost lone feeling that you get sometimes when you feel like you can't relate to anybody.
You're telling me that the Jewish people were being racist to you because you had a black dad? That's crazy, right?
I was like the baby, low-key, like the youngest one.
Wow.
That man finna get that money. Yeah.
What is a misconception people have about black men?
Put us in a box that basically states that we're always angry or mad. There's a lot of happy black folk in the world. Like me personally, I'm happy.
We're not as monolithic as a lot of people would make us out to be.
We are bankers, we're lawyers, we're doctors.
We all originated from Africa. We all, because you're further away from the equator, it doesn't matter.
Black is beautiful.
Beautiful is beautiful, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Black is not necessarily beautiful. People are beautiful based on, you know, who they are on the inside, and some people are beautiful on the outside, but it has nothing to do with your race. So I'm not gonna even. I think that's a good place to end it. And look, it only took less than 40 minutes to actually get through that video, give my thoughts on it, and it wasn't much to really give. I just wanted to watch that with y'all and see how y'all responded to it. So I'm definitely going to be reading y'all comments. I'm definitely going to be checking out what y'all thoughts are on the subject. Pick any part of the video and let me know what really, you know, stuck out to you and what had you laughing or thinking. And what did you learn from this video? That's the main important thing. Do you think that the point has been made that your skin color does not determine who you are as a person, doesn't determine your life experience? Or do you feel as if this is just a one shot? It doesn't really make a difference in the grand scheme of things. More black people have more in common than white people have with other black people. Let me know, because I'm really interested in that. And just to give y'all a few updates, I was gone for a little while, and I'm doing my best to keep up with the podcast and keep up with the YouTube channel and things of that sort. So I appreciate all of y'all being patient, sticking it through with me. And if you made it this far into the video, then you're awesome. You are truly the Hobby Lobby, and I appreciate that. So all the links are in the description below, so definitely, you know, take the time to check them out. I have a wish list. I have ways you can donate, ways that you can subscribe and, you know, join me on Patreon. Just check it all out. With that being said, peace and glory, Hobby Lobby. Be peaceful and be great. Until next time, I'm out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more. If you would like to get access to exclusive content, consider becoming a member or a patron at patreon.com/the Hobby Lobby. You can also continue the conversation by joining the Hobby Lobby Discord. You can find all the links in the description below.